World War II saw the German Wehrmacht deploy some of the most iconic, feared, and technically advanced vehicles ever built. From legendary heavy tanks and deadly tank destroyers to half-tracks, rocket artillery, amphibious cars, and even remote-controlled explosives. In this video, we break down every major armored vehicle Germany put on the battlefield, how they worked, and what made each of them unique. Let's begin with the backbone of the German Panzer Force. Number 1 battle tanks, the Panzers. Panzer I. Originally designed as a training tank, the Panzer I was tiny, lightly armored, and armed with only 2 machine guns. But during the invasions of Poland and France, it was forced into real combat, relying on speed and swarm tactics rather than firepower. Panzer II, a temporary design that became essential in early blitzkrieg operations. Armed with a 20mm autocannon, the Panzer II could tear through infantry and light vehicles. Its chassis later became the foundation for several self-propelled guns. Panzer 35T and 38T, captured from Czechoslovakia, both tanks were surprisingly well built. The 38T in particular was reliable, accurate, and deadly for its size. It later evolved into one of Germany's most famous tank destroyers, the Hetzer. Panzer III, Germany's original tank fighter, with a 3-man turret and excellent optics. The Panzer III was tactically superior. Even when its gun became outdated, its design influenced every later German tank. Panzer IV, the true workhorse of the Wehrmacht, constantly upgraded, heavily armored, and used on every front from North Africa to Russia. For many historians, the Panzer IV was Germany's most important tank. Panzer V. Built in response to the Soviet T-34, the Panther combined mobility, sloped armor, and one of the deadliest 75mm guns ever fielded. Despite early reliability issues, it became one of the best medium tanks of the entire war. Tiger I, a symbol of fear on the battlefield. Thick armor, a devastating 88mm gun, and unmatched long-range accuracy. But it was slow, expensive, and difficult to maintain. Tiger II, King Tiger, a 70-ton monster, virtually invincible from the front, powerful enough to destroy any Allied tank at extreme range. But its enormous weight destroyed bridges, ruined roads, and stressed its engine to the limit. Number 2, tank destroyers and assault guns. Stug III. By removing the turret from the Panzer III, Germany created the Stug III, a low-profile, cost-effective assault gun. It became the most produced German armored vehicle of the war. Hetzer Jagdpanzer 38T. Small, angular, and incredibly hard to spot. Its sloped armor and remote machine gun made it perfect for ambush tactics. Jagdpanzer IV, armed with a long, high-velocity 75mm gun. Deadly in defensive positions and often used to slow Allied armored advances. Marder II and Marder III. Improvised solutions, mounting captured or German anti-tank guns on light tank chassis. Open-topped, vulnerable, but capable of knocking out far stronger tanks. Nashorn. A lightly armored chassis carrying a massive 88mm gun. At long range, it could destroy nearly anything, but up close, it was extremely fragile. Jagdpanther, considered one of the best tank destroyers ever made. Fast, well-armored, and equipped with the legendary 88mm gun. A near-perfect blend of mobility, protection, and firepower. Ferdinand and Elephant. Built on failed Porsche Tiger hulls, this beast had thick armor and a unique electric drive. It lacked a machine gun at first, making it vulnerable to infantry, but was nearly indestructible from the front. Jagdtiger, the heaviest armored fighting vehicle of the entire war, armed with a massive one-handed 28mm cannon capable of destroying any tank it faced. But it broke down more often than it fought. Number 3. Self-propelled artillery and flak. Sturmpanzer I Bison, a massive 15cm infantry gun mounted on the tiny Panzer I, unstable, overloaded, but useful in early campaigns. Vesper, a light artillery vehicle built on the Panzer II chassis, fast, mobile, and perfect for supporting panzer divisions. Hummel, carrying a heavy 15-centimeter howitzer on a Panzer 3 and 4 hybrid chassis. Devastating indirect firepower, but limited ammunition. Sturmpanzer für Brombeer, designed for urban warfare. A boxy machine with a huge mortar-like gun meant to destroy buildings and bunkers. Sturmtiger, one of the strangest assault vehicles ever built, firing 380mm rocket-propelled depth charges, capable of blowing apart entire city blocks with a single shot. Number 4. Anti-aircraft vehicles. Wirbelwind, a quad-barreled 20mm anti-aircraft system in an open turret, created a literal wall of bullets. Ostwind, a more powerful single 37mm cannon inside a hexagonal turret, effective at higher altitudes. Flakpanzer 38T, an interim solution, lightly armored, open-topped, and extremely vulnerable. Number 5. Half-tracks and support vehicles. SDKFZ 251, Hanomag, the iconic German half-track, used to transport infantry directly into combat. Fast, reliable, and essential to blitzkrieg tactics. SDKFZ 250, a smaller version used for recon, command, and scouting roles. SDKFZ-7, a medium prime mover known for towing the famous 88mm gun. SDKFZ-9 Famo, a giant recovery vehicle used to tow broken tanks, sometimes requiring 3 chained together to move a Tiger. Kettenkrad, a half-motorcycle, half-tracked hybrid, used by paratroopers and for navigating deep mud. Opel Maltier, a truck converted into a half-track, crucial for Eastern Front logistics. Number 6. Special vehicles. Panzerwerfer 42, a rocket launcher mounted on an armored half-track, famous for its terrifying scream. Karl Gerhardt, a massive siege mortar firing 2-ton shells, too big to be practical, but unforgettable in military history. Goliath tracked mine, a tiny remote-controlled explosive vehicle, intended to slide under tanks, often disabled when its control cable was cut. These machines, from tiny tracked mines to 70-ton giants, defined German armored warfare during World War II. Some were brilliant, some were over-engineered, and some were outright experimental, but together they shaped the course of history and left behind a legacy still studied today. If you want more breakdowns like this, tanks, aircraft, or modern military power, subscribe for the next deep dive.